Hi there, welcome. If you found this video, you probably are wondering what the quality is of this brand, Melotough. I recently found this brand on Amazon and also seen some ads on social media, and I decided to reach out to them and ask them to send me, if they were able to send me some products out for testing. So they did send me this stuff, a few items, not the tools, obviously, but sent me a small tool bag, a magnetic clip, and also a zip tie or tie wrap holder or clip. So I just want to do a quick review on the three items and also give you some feedback on what I think could be improved on this bag, which I think is pretty good by itself. So very quickly, this magnetic clip is quite strong. So if I take my linesman, that holds them up pretty securely. So the problem with this is that the clip moves up and down. It's supposed to go on a belt. So I'm actually planning on it's pretty tough to pull the tool off. I'm actually planning on drilling out the rivets and actually securing this to possibly a backpack, maybe my Vito Pro Pack, and using that as kind of like a quick storage option, quick grab type of deal with anything that's ferrous. And also, so let's get that out of the way. So this is a clip. It's supposed to go on a tool belt, right? Pretty strong magnet, pretty good, it's performed pretty good on the job site. It does attract a bunch of metal bits and debris, but I mean, you can take tape and pull all that stuff off. So pretty good option for something that goes on your belt or a bag for quick access. Get this clip out of the way as well before I review the bag. This tie wrap or this zip tie holder is actually pretty sturdy. It's got, let me get these out of the way. They've got two springs, one on each side, one there and one on the other side. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have pulled that, but there's one spring inside there and then also one spring inside there. So it gives a pretty good traction on the zip ties. It's actually kind of difficult to hold it out to load the zip ties or tie wraps in, but once they're in there, they're pretty secure. They don't fall out. And I've used this to clip onto this tool bag to climb up a whole bunch of stairs. You don't fall. You can clip this onto your pants or whatever, overalls, and the tie wraps stay put. Okay, down to the tool bag here. This tool bag looks almost identical to a DeWalt backpack that's about maybe 16 inches tall. I don't know the exact dimensions, but DeWalt has a backpack that looks quite similar to this, and they probably use that design for this small tool bag. So I'm just going to do a quick walk through on what I have on the tool bag. I have my linesmans and my strippers and my side cutters in that pocket. I'm just going to put the tools to the side after I empty it. They've got a tape holder, so I got my phasing tape on there. I do wish that it was one of those chain tapes, so you don't have to unclip and whatever. You can one hand access the tape. Get that out of the way. I have a beater flat. I have a few terminal drivers. I got some flats and some Phillips by Vera, whatever you want to call it. I have my Milwaukee fastback. Everyone has one of these. Throw that to the side. I have my tape clipped on the front here. Kind of don't want to tape it on the side. It's pretty secure on the front here. Doesn't fall. So pretty good tape holder. This little strap. Got a quick carpenter square. Been very helpful cutting stuff straight and whatnot. I've got 2 extension bits, 1/6, 1/12 inch. This front pocket is pretty tight. Can't really put much in there. So maybe if you had headphones or something small, or earphones rather, you can put something in there to hold. In this front pocket, I got my pen tester. I got a set of flush cuts, and I got a little stubby, Klein stubby, non-ratchet. And you can put more stuff in here, but it might be a little bit difficult to close because it is shallow. It doesn't have too much depth. So it has 3 pockets and 1 big pocket here. There's an opening through this front pocket. Can't really put anything in there with the tools that are inside the bag. So can't really put much in there. Back here I have a set of scissors. Some Milwaukee electrician scissors. It helps with cutting Cat 6 and whatnot. Got a plug tester. And then inside, I don't know if you can see, you've got 2 smaller pockets and a big pocket. On the front main pocket here, and also have this little glove clip to dry out any gloves that get wet and whatnot. Hook them onto that clip. It's been pretty helpful. Got a top pocket here. It's decently deep. I forgot what I had in here. I might have had I had a tool in there, but I forgot what I had. But that pocket's open for a reason. I don't know. So in the main pocket, here we are. It does open up all the way. Front main pocket, I have a Tool Check Plus by Avera. It goes all the way down, as deep as the bag goes. Okay, so I'm just going to empty out my bag slowly to show you what tools I have in here and what kind of storage. You get an idea of what the storage is. I got needle nose pliers. I got a set of twin grip pliers from Knipex. I got some box end wrenches with the trade sizes that we need. I got my level. I got a cable skinning knife. I kind of don't really need these in here because I have the box end wrenches, but I do have some flex head wrenches, ratchet wrenches. I have a multi-driver by Pickwick. And I swapped all the bits to something else because I don't really like the original bits. They do rust quite a bit, and these ones that I have on here do last quite longer. I have, what do I have in here? I have a set of pliers wrench, which I use instead of an adjustable wrench. Also Knipex. I have a set of Cobras, Knipex, 7-inch, and I have a pair of 10-inch Cobras. If I can get it out. 10-inch Cobras, Knipex. I have a set of crimpers, and this is a crimper and stripper built in one. And they feel quite nice, actually. I haven't really used them, but they feel pretty broken in. Have my half moon file, and I have a full-size ratchet with bit storage. I forgot what it was. I think it might be a 15 or 17 in one. And basically that's the bag. You have your big main pocket. You got 3 layers of pockets here. You got 4. You got 3 pockets. You got 1 big pocket, 3 pockets again, and then 1 big pocket. But because of the pockets and how they designed it, you don't really get too much depth. So when you shove tools, you can tell when I was taking the tools out that, you know, it's kind of difficult if you have your big tool stuffed in the back and you're trying to get them out. Everything moves. And there's one thing that I think should be improved on this bag is the bottom. The bottom's not structured, so it's pretty flimsy. So I actually had to build this little contraption little plank of wood with quarter 20s. I zip tied these little pencil holders together, and then I secured them together with those quarter 20s. And this sits on the bottom to give it a little bit more structure so it can sit. I mean, the bag itself doesn't fall over by any means, but I feel like this helps with tool organization as well. So I think that's one thing that I would improve on this bag would be having a structured base, or maybe even a plastic base. Of course, that would probably add cost to the bag. And another thing that I would recommend if they were to improve this bag are the zippers. So the zippers, they actually kind of get stuck where this gusset is at the bottom when the bag is full. And sometimes it does skip some of the teeth on the zippers when the bag is full. So I think those are the two things I would improve would be zipper size, having bigger teeth, or make them smoother. I don't know how that works. I don't really know the details on tech specs of zippers. And also a plastic or structured base. Pockets I can deal with, but it's the fact that this big open spot doesn't really have much organization. I mean, if you throw all your tools in there, I guess you could manage, but I just like having things organized. One cool feature about this bag is that there's a couple ways to carry this bag. So obviously there's a handle here, and then there's this shoulder strap that is hooked on right now. So right now how I carry it is either by the handle or throw this over my shoulder as a shoulder strap. A couple weeks ago I had to climb up a whole bunch of stairs, and so what this bag has as a feature, you can actually turn this into a backpack. So if you unhook that D-ring and you hook it onto this D-ring down here by the side pocket where I had my tools stored, you can loop this through that top D-ring, hook the other end on the other D-ring, and then you have a backpack. So I was carrying this up probably 200 stairs. Probably had to go up 3 or 4 times with the tool bag. And I had my tie wraps. Where's my tie wraps at? I had my tie wraps hooked on like this. And it's pretty sturdy. Nothing fell out. It was great. So I think they did a pretty good job with this bag, other than the few things I mentioned. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good alternative to something like a Vito, which would cost probably at least 5 times as much as this bag would be. So yeah, a couple improvements, and I think this bag would be pretty good. The bag itself is pretty flimsy without anything in it, so you do need to have some tools in there to weigh it down. The side pockets are, I wish this whole bag was made like the side pockets. They're pretty sturdy and reinforced. So if they could implement how they constructed the side pocket on the entire bag, I feel like this bag could be a top buy. I mean, it's pretty inexpensive on Amazon. I can post a link on the bottom. But overall, I've been pretty happy with this bag on the job site. I've been pretty happy with this tie wrap holder, zip tie holder, zip tie clip, and this magnet clip. I think this brand has a lot of good things going for them, and I think if they keep improving their products, people will actually buy this over some of the more established brands of tool bags and tool accessories. I do have I ordered another bag, so that review is going to be coming soon. But I'll post that when that bag comes in. So hope you enjoyed the brief review. And if you have any questions or comments, just post them down below the video, and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Thank you.